Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mary's Creative Decor. For today's project, we'll be making a indoor plant. I'm first starting out with this, it's actually a trash can, and I did pick it up from Goodwill, and I want to say I paid $6.99 for it. So we'll be using this on today. So this will be the base of our stand. The next thing I'm going to be using is my metallic accent paint by Modern Masters, and it is in a dark bronze. Now I'll be using this paint to paint my planter box because I'm not happy with this color. I'm going to use my foam applicator brush to apply the paint to the planter. I also got some palm leaves, and I got these from Amazon, and it came in a pack of 40, and it has 2 bundles, and there's 20 in each bundle. And as you can see, they're not plastic. It's some kind of material, but we're going to use those today. I've got for my tree trunk a wooden dowel, and it is 3/4 of an inch thick. And I will be painting it in the dark bronze as well. The next thing I picked up was some PVC pipe, and I picked this up because it was pliable, and I did get this in the plumbing section. Now these are 5 feet each. I picked up 2. I got them because they were bendable or pliable, and I can cut them down to size. And I will also be painting them in the bronze color. I got my moss from the Dollar Tree. I got 2 bags of that. And I also got from Dollar Tree my floral tape. I'll need my glue gun and my glue sticks also. And the last thing we'll be using is this great stuff. Now the great stuff I got from the hardware store, and I got this to hold my stick in place as well as fill the bottom of my planter box. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get started on the project. And the first thing I want to do is use my bronze paint, and I'm going to start to paint my planter. For the sake of time, I'm going to continue painting my planter box off camera, and I'll be back when the painting is done. The bronze paint was a little dark, so I decided to take gold metallic paint and go over the raised areas to give it more color and dimension. Now that my painting is just about done, I am ready to show you what it looks like and move on to the next step. The next step, I am going to take my glue gun, and I am going to glue the 3/4 inch pole to the bottom of the can. And I'm just using the glue gun to hold it in place. I'll add more hot glue around the pole to hold it in place. Now I'm ready to add my great stuff. Now the instructions on the great stuff say shake it for about a minute. I have already started to pre-shake it, so now we're going to shake it just for a few more seconds, and then I'll add the applicator top to it, and then we'll be ready to fill the bottom of the container. Now that my gray stuff is added to my container, I'm ready to take my plumbing tubing and I'm going to put that in the container. I've already cut them down to size and I'm just placing them in the container in the area where I want them to be. And then I'll use zip ties to hold them in place along with my glue gun. I'm sorry that the camera is out of focus, but the plant is so tall. But you'll see when I take it down or move my camera. And here is my planter box with the poles in, and you can see the foam is in. Now I do have to add water to the foam to activate, and it will swell and fill the pot. And just like that, the water was added and the great stuff has filled the pot. I also took a little bit of this bronze paint, since it's looking brown, and put a little bit on top of the great stuff. Now I'm ready to take my leaves or my foliage and add them to my PVC pipe and my dowel. I'm using a bead of hot glue to hold my foliage in place. Once I have found the location for my leaves, I'm going to take my floral tape and I'm going to wrap them to hold them firmly in place. You want to make sure that you spread your foliage out and not put too many in one spot. Remember, a palm tree, they are a little bit spread out. I'm going to raise my camera because I'm ready to add the foliage to the dowel. So this, you could see I am adding them all the way around in different positions. And then once again, I'll take my floral tape and I will go around each of the leaves. Now you can see my tree really start to take shape. I'm going to keep adding leaves and then I'll keep wrapping the floral tape down the poles and on the PVC pipe, and then I'll pull my leaves down to give my tree a shape. So I'm just going to continue adding these leaves. As you can see here, I have quite a few leaves on the dowel, and now I'm just taking the floral tape and wrapping those tightly around the dowel. As you can see here, I have my tree almost done, but I'm not liking the way the one branch is hanging over. So I'm going to take a piece of my floral tape and I'm going to pull it inward. I'm just going to tape it to the dowel. Once I've taped this, I'm going to continue adding leaves to the rest of my dowel. Also, any space that's open on my PVC pipe as well. Now I just want to readjust my camera so you can see the top of my tree. I'm changing the bit on the drill to a drill bit, and I am drilling 2 pilot holes in the top of my dowel. Once I have the holes drilled, I'm going to take 2 of my palm branches, add some hot glue, and push them down in the holes. And this is just to make sure that when you look at my tree, it doesn't look like it's chopped off at the top. It will look like it's still growing leaves. Next, I want to take a leaf and add it in the ends or on the ends of the PVC pipe. There's an open hole, so I'm just taking a bit of glue and pushing a leaf down into the PVC pipe so it looks as though a branch is growing out of the end of it. I'm nearing the end, and the only thing left to do is just finish adding this tape, making sure that everything is taped securely. Add the moss to the pot, and I will be back to show you the reveal. And here is the reveal. The plant turned out absolutely beautiful. I know, I keep saying beautiful, but when it's pretty, it's pretty. And it sure beats going and spending $100 or more on a plant, an artificial plant. I did add my moss, and I just used hot glue to glue it to the bottom of the pot or attach it to the great stuff. I love how the top of the plant, the leaves look like it's just growing out of the dowel. So I moved my plant to yet another location in the room. You can see where I taped my dowel. You can see where I taped some of the PVC pipe. You can see all the different things that's going on my plant. Now here is my pot. I did add the moss. Here's a close-up look at that. And you can see where I did paint the pot, and then I added the gold over the raised portions of the pot. I think it turned out once again very nice. A nice way to make a garbage can a pot. Since I moved the plant, I can't decide. Not sure which place I like it best. Let me know in the comments section. What do you think? Do you like it here in front of the window, or do you prefer it on the other side of the sofa? So if you're out there watching and you like this content and you're not yet a subscriber, now is the time to hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you turn on your notification so you'll be aware of all my upcoming videos. I want to thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.